David Muir. For over 2 decades, his name has been a constant in American homes. His calm presence, his steady delivery, and his compassion have made him one of the most respected journalists in modern times. He has guided us through some of the world's most turbulent events, from political campaigns and global crises to natural disasters and moments of national triumph. Through it all, his voice became more than just the sound of the evening news. For many, it became the voice of reassurance, a reminder that no matter how chaotic the world outside may be, someone was there to make sense of it. But behind the headlines and away from the cameras, David's story goes deeper. He is admired not just for his professional accomplishments, but for his humility, his loyalty, and his close personal relationships, including his bond with fellow television personality Kelly Ripa. And it is in this very space, beyond the spotlight, that the story takes on its most human dimension. Because no matter how strong, how accomplished, or how iconic someone may appear, life has a way of reminding us of our shared fragility. It began quietly. Months ago, viewers started to notice subtle changes. David appeared thinner, his energy seemed less steady, and whispers began to circulate. Was something wrong? Fans speculated, but no one wanted to imagine the worst. Then came the heartbreaking revelation: cancer. That single word carries the power to stop time. It shatters routines, rewrites futures, and forces even the strongest among us to face fear and uncertainty. For David, it was not just a diagnosis, it was a battle. One that no camera could capture fully, one that no teleprompter could prepare him for. The world was stunned. How could someone so vibrant, so commanding, so seemingly untouchable be facing something so devastating? For millions of viewers, the news was personal. David wasn't just a journalist, he was family. His nightly presence had earned him a place in living rooms across America. And now that same family watched in shock as their trusted anchor faced the fight of his life. But true to his character, David Muir did not retreat into silence. He chose strength. He chose dignity. Even as he faced this private storm, he continued to show up, to report the news, and to give the world what it had always counted on: truth. But behind the scenes, the struggle was greater than anyone could see. The treatments, the exhaustion, the constant uncertainty. David was fighting a battle much larger than any story he had ever covered. And then, in a terrifying turn, complications forced doctors to rush him to the intensive care unit. The news spread quickly. Headlines broke, fans held their breath, and loved ones gathered in shock. David, who had so often reported the tragedies of others, was now the subject of the very stories he once told. And through it all, one person's reaction revealed the depth of his impact. Kelly Ripa, his longtime friend and fellow television personality, spoke with a trembling voice about what David meant to her. He was not just a colleague. He was family, her spiritual brother, as she described him. The usually cheerful, witty Kelly was suddenly stripped of her trademarked lightheartedness. In her words, you could hear the raw pain of someone watching a loved one suffer. She reminded the world that public figures are still human. They feel, they break, and they cling to hope just like everyone else. Her plea for prayers was not polished or rehearsed. It was heartfelt, emotional, and profoundly moving. And in that moment, Kelly's words gave voice to millions of others who felt the same grief, the same fear, and the same compassion for David. But Kelly did more than speak. She acted. She stood by David's side, supported his family, and used her platform to rally encouragement from fans around the world. She reminded us all of the extraordinary power of friendship, the kind of friendship that sustains us when medicine and science can only do so much. Meanwhile, David himself continued to show why he is so deeply respected. Even in the ICU, surrounded by machines and uncertainty, he thought not of himself, but of others. Doctors and nurses reported that he asked about world events, eager for updates, still dedicated to his mission as a journalist. And he expressed gratitude to the medical staff, to his family, to his loyal viewers, and to friends like Kelly Ripa who stood unwaveringly by his side. This gratitude, this resilience, became a defining moment. His body may have been weak, but his spirit was unshakable. David Muir's fight was not just against cancer. It was a testament to perseverance, to the human will to keep going, to keep believing, to keep inspiring. For a man so publicly known, there was also the delicate balance of how much to share. How much does the world have the right to know? How much remains private? This is a struggle so many people can relate to. When illness strikes, where do we draw the line between privacy and transparency? David chose openness, not for sympathy, but for connection. By sharing his journey, he reminded us all that no one is immune to hardship. He showed vulnerability, and in doing so, gave strength to others who were fighting their own battles. The outpouring of support was staggering. Fans flooded social media with prayers, well wishes, and memories of how David's words had comforted them in the past. From Twitter to Instagram to Facebook, thousands of messages poured in. "David, you're not alone. We're with you. We believe in you." One fan wrote, "David, I long for the day I see you back on my screen. You've guided us through the hardest times. Now, let us guide you through yours." Colleagues across the industry echoed this sentiment. From fellow journalists to celebrities, the chorus of support was unified. David Muir was more than a broadcaster. He was an inspiration. And at the center of it all, Kelly Ripa's loyalty never wavered. Her posts, her interviews, her quiet moments of support all demonstrated the power of love and friendship. She became for David what he had been for millions, a steady presence, a reminder that no one fights alone. David's story is not just about illness. It is about resilience. It is about the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. It is about the reminder that beneath the bright lights of television and the polished delivery of the news, there is a human being, a son, a brother, a friend. For over 20 years, David has carried the weight of reporting the world's tragedies and triumphs. He has shouldered that responsibility with grace. And now, in his own hour of need, the world carries him. The lesson here is powerful. Illness may weaken the body, but it cannot destroy the spirit. Fame cannot protect you from hardship, but love can help you endure it. And in the face of uncertainty, community, whether it's one close friend or millions of strangers, can make the unbearable feel just a little lighter. As David continues this fight, one truth remains unshakable. He is not alone. The love of his family, the unwavering support of Kelly Ripa, the prayers of countless fans, and the dedication of medical professionals surround him. His journey is a sobering reminder of how precious life is, how quickly everything can change, and how important it is to never take a single day for granted. But it is also a story of hope. Hope that with strength, with faith, and with love, even the darkest chapters can lead to brighter tomorrows. David Muir has always been a storyteller. Now, he finds himself at the center of a story that has moved the world. And though the road ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear. His courage, his professionalism, and his humanity will continue to inspire us all. And for the millions who have counted on him for so long, the message is simple. David, we are counting on you now. We stand with you. We believe in you. And when you are ready, we will be here, waiting to welcome you back.